How's everybody doing? So, I'm going to talk a little bit about the stream that they did on Twitch last Thursday. But first, looks like I got some video footage from Juggalo Jump Off in my email. Shouts out to the homeboy. Let me get your name right, man. Oop. Whoops. Log down on my account. I want to get this motherfucker's name who was filming at the Juggalo Jump Off show. Travis Pitcher. Thank you, Travis, for the footage. Michael Lawless, I see you in here. Whoop whoop. Garrett, I see you in here. Whoop whoop. Gather.network, aka Stony fucking Low. Mad Clown Love. Whoop whoop as well. So yeah, some fresh ass footage coming from that Juggalo Jump Off. I did post on my Instagram a bunch of footage that Emily had taken of the show. But this motherfucker had a nice little sweet setup all right next to the stage that I was kind of rapping to. So I'm curious to see some of that footage because it had a nice little gimmick going there. Let me get the link, and I'm going to share that in a couple of places, I guess. By the way, feel free to share the link out yourself while I do this. While I struggle to find my own YouTube channel. All right. Copy that link. Fuck it, I'm just gonna straight up post it on Facebook this time. Live now on YouTube for the Twitter. Okay. And I'll drop it in me Discord. Humble Among Discord, by the way. If you want the link to that, just hit me up. I'll give you the link to that shit. Okay. I dropped the dang link. So, how's everybody? Quagsire, see you. Whoop whoop. Thank you, Michael. We're going to have to get you in the Gathering documentary that I do next year, for sure. Honestly, don't know why I didn't try to get you an interview while I was there. It's one of my regrets from the Gathering is that I didn't get you on camera, Michael. I was kind of stressed out at the show we did, to be honest with you, because I was, kind of had to be the makeshift DJ for that show. So I was like a little bit stressed out for that damn shit, I'll be honest. So I was going to try to film some during that show, but I was, running the laptop and I had rappers standing over my shoulder. And I'm like, I'm not even the DJ, man. I've never used this computer for audio before. Oh my God. Yeah, you definitely will be in that shit, man. I definitely want to talk to you. I'm going to do a lot more interviews this time. Show went really well, Jimmy Pockets. I mean, I wish there was more people in that motherfucker, and they need to stop having me go on first at these shows, because honestly, I just fucked that shit up. But yeah, the show went really fucking well. I had a great time. Shouts out to Misery and DJ Clay and Fury for having me on that shit. And everybody who performed. Shouts out to Casket and NEK, Ermac and motherfucking Pain. Love those dudes. Misty Rain. Love those dudes and lady. And NEK. Those dudes are always showing me love. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Genocide Gino as well, even though he wasn't in the house. Shouts out to Genocide Gino. One of my favorite artists in this fucking region, for sure, man. If you haven't heard Genocide Gino, go listen to him. And that's not Gino cult shit. Don't come at it like he doesn't even really know about horrorcore like that. So he's not trying to do a Gino cult shit ripoff. He has no influence from that shit really at all. His shit's like his own kind of thing. But yeah, man, he's fucking dope. Just plugging the hell out of Genocide Gino. Let's see. I really wish I could go this year, Injustice Studios. And by the way, whoop whoop Injustice Studios. I saw your whoop whoop up there, but I was ranting about something. Yeah, I was losing my mind too. You literally saved the day. I mean, I'm glad I could. Don't get me wrong. I almost didn't put my fucking laptop in the car. You know what I mean? I almost didn't even bring that shit. Yeah, shot in the eye with a paintball. Oh my god. Whoop whoop, little taffy. Oh, by the way, I'm popping a Faygo right here. A moon mist. Ooh, a moon mist. I think this is one of the caffeinated Faygos, right? I need a little caffeine today. We got a lot of shit we gotta do today. I have to do therapy after the live stream, guys. So I have to be a little bit quick going through my notes. I'm gonna do a proper Humble Among broadcast system when I get to at some point this week, I hope. Because I do have a bunch of things I want to talk about. You know, the Chapter 17 signee was Hex. Congratulations to motherfucking Hex. I've been familiar with Hex for a little bit now, and he's a dope motherfucker who definitely deserves it. He's actually one of the people I mentioned in one of my streams as far as who I was predicting was going to get that shit. My official prediction was Dana Dentata, but god damn it. Humble Among for Gathering 22. Yes. Michael Lawless. Yes. Michael Lawless as well for Gathering 22. Yo, I think I'm gonna send this to the Gathering email, but I think I'm gonna straight up pitch that Psychopathic just let me do a fucking show at the Gathering, because they clearly were saying that they want Juggalos to come up with events. I think I'm gonna try to pitch to see if Psychopathic will let me promote and run a fucking show and host the show. And I want to get motherfuckers like Michael Lawless, Clockwork E, myself, and, you know, hopefully some bigger names in the underground that would want to come and perform too. But we'll see. We'll see. That's just an idea germinating in me brain. I have so much shit going on right now, you guys. It's kind of hard to keep up. I got a case of Blue Moon Mist showing up today. Here's to hoping that it shows up before JCW tonight. Indeed. If you remember, I'm Lil Niffer. I wrote my... Hey, what's up, Lil Niffer? How you doing, my guy? Lil Niffer, a local Vermont rapper. He has a fresh song called My Family. Still new in the game, still learning his shit a little bit, but he's definitely learning a lot. Bartle Boss and the Dead Guy, whoop whoop. Humble is indeed the shit. Please, please, don't call me Humble. Mr. Among, or just Among, is what I prefer. Thank you very much. I'm down to play with you any day, fam. Hey, we need to be working on some shit, Michael. I'm telling you, either some shows or some tracks or some shit. Okay, I'm gonna get right into Zen of Love stuff because I have a lot to talk about as far as this. Love the Vermont Chainsaw Massacre video. It was great. Oh, thank you, man. Honestly, that wasn't really the initial vision. What ended up coming from that, but it ended up being its own thing nonetheless. Vermont Chainsaw Massacre is a song of mine that I kind of low-key sleep on, because I keep moving through this music shit, and kind of I leave a lot of stuff behind. I need to maybe revisit that for a live performance sometime. Anyway, Zen of Love. We're going to talk about the Wicked Clowns. I think this was episode 4 of the Zen of Love on the Twitch stream. Violent J coming out wearing the insane ramen noodle hoodie and short combo. Shouts out to Joe Bruce Fitz pointing this out, definitely on his Instagram. Joe Bruce Fitz is a hilarious Instagram, by the way. I highly recommend that you follow it. Lanny was on the show with them. No Jump Steady, Shaggy 2 Dope, Lanny, Violent J's girlfriend, and Violent J himself. And also, the first half hour, no, probably the first 45 minutes or so on the show was Dr. Drew on the live stream gimmick there. So Dr. Drew apparently going to be trying to join them, I would guess, every time they do Zen of Love, because he has so much fun on this. So they open, they're talking about pornography and how it's sort of desensitized people a lot. And let's see, Shaggy was saying when he was a kid, the only porn you could find was an old magazine in the alley or in the woods. They were talking about porn is mainstream now. Shaggy 2 Dope was talking about sneaking into a porn theater as a kid with his friend. And let's see, they're talking about younger exposure to porn these days, how it's easier than ever to get. It's on your phone. The rise in erectile dysfunction in men from exposure to pornography they were speculating on. Let's see. Overstimulation or emitting too much chi. That was a question that was raised briefly. Let's see. We grew up in abandoned fields looking for little scraps of magazine porn. That's a Shaggy 2 Dope quote that I found really funny. They talked about Billie Eilish and her addiction to pornography, which I didn't even know was a thing, but apparently she had an addiction to pornography and had to talked about it openly. I did not know that was a thing. Peace out, Lil Niffer. Thank you for tuning in. Bartle Boston the Dig Guy. I'm missing some chat shit. What up, Brandon Harvey? I see you. Bartle and the Dead Guy in the ha. Check us out live tonight for a JCW recap. Hey, that's what's up. Check out Bartle Boss and the Dead Guy. By the way, they have some really dope content on their YouTube channel. They did a stream that I wish I could have been on. Honestly, I want to get on one of their streams, but they did a stream talking about their favorite horror kills that I really fucking enjoyed. I need to check out more of your guys' content, to be honest with you, but this goddamn time thing of mine is quite the issue and becoming even more of an issue. I need to learn how to chill, you guys, a little bit more. Dr. Drew for Seminar Tent. I think we're going to get Dr. Drew this year. Dr. Drew seems very down, and his wife seems very down as well. I think she showed up on this stream as well. We're going to get to that. Taking a little Fago break to catch up with the chat. Yeah. Back in to the notes. Let's see. Talking about, I guess, masturbation, getting in the way of motivation to have relationships, having unrealistic expectations because of pornography. Then they started talking about 3D porn, or the porn with the Oculus, and Violent J started to touch on his shit with the goddamn robot woman that he's very, very freaked out by. Jay wants to fuck a truck stop mama over 3D or robot sex. Shouts out to truck stop mama Ouija Mac. Shaggy would go with the Oculus over a truck stop mama. Very, very disrespectful to truck stop mama Ouija Mac. If we weren't rap stars, my friend, we would probably be sitting at home with truck stop mamas. That's a quote from Violent J, I believe. Shaggy says the sex bot is a one-time cost. A real woman is an endless pit of money. Very, very, very nice, Mr. Tudo. That shit was, god damn it, Shaggy. Jay doesn't like porn, watches it, but hates the acting. Likes the naked ladies, obviously, but also points out most girls... why did I put the butt in there? Well, because of the anal thing. Also points out that most girls don't like anal like that. I think, you know, he was talking about the overacting in pornography, and I do think I agree with him with this. A lot of girls do not like anal like that, and I think a lot of the girls in pornography are way overacting with the anal sex shit. Let's see. A youngster might assume that all broads just enjoy a stiff penis in their butt. That's a Shaggy 2 Dope quote. Quagsire is over on... are you talking about Quagsire's art? Quagsire is, I believe, usually on the Bartle Boss and the Dead Guy shows. Hey, I know, Bartle and the Dead Guy are killing it. Shouts out to Bartle Boss and the Dead Guy. Much love to all Juggalo YouTubers over here, as always. Yeah, I as well do not focus on the drama, for sure. Yeah, see? Unofficial third member of Bartle and the Dead Guy. But he does do art and shit as well. Shouts out to Quagsire and his art. Which I believe he posts some of that stuff on Instagram. You can drop your Instagram in the motherfucking chat there, Quaggy. Yeah, big whoops to all the fam, indeed, Michael. Oh yeah, speaking of the fam, is there anything else I wanted to say about Juggalo Jump Off? I think I basically hit everything. Shout it out, motherfuckers. Yeah, unfortunately we had to leave early, so I didn't see DJ Clay or Misery. I did see them in the house walking around and shit, but low-key, you guys, it was kind of a weird fucking night for me. So I wasn't even trying to vlog or anything. I was kind of in my head over some shit. So if anyone was at that show and saw me kind of acting weird, there was a reason I was acting weird. It was some kind of a weird fucking day, or couple of days at that point for me. Don't worry, I'm fine. Everything's okay. But it was a weird couple of fucking days. Yeah. I think that was basically it. It really sucks we had to leave early, because it was a fucking... it was a work night for me, and I had to fucking... I still had an hour and a half drive, so we didn't even get home till like... goddamn 1 o'clock, 1:30 or something like that. And yeah, I was like 5 hours of sleep, and then I had to get up, go to work, and then low-key, you guys, we did a Ohio trip in like under 48 hours. After I went to work, we went to Ohio, and yeah, I had to get some of Emily's stuff and her cats, and that was crazy to do that trip. So God damn it, it's been a crazy fucking weekend and last couple of days. I think I should probably, I'm glad I touched on that, because it's been a fucking, it's been a whirlwind, honestly. Anyway, talking about truck stop mamas, get back on track. When we talk about this bullshit on the Humble Among broadcast system, what am I doing letting it bleed into the Zen of Love notes? We got to talk about this kind of stuff on the Humble Among broadcast system. We will go more into that, I guess. I'll probably run through some of that stuff again with the Juggalo Jump Off. I'll try to organize my thoughts a little bit better on the stuff going on there. But yeah, dope show. I wish I could have made it out, honestly, to some of those other Juggalo Jump Off shows, but like I said, I had a very busy weekend, so that was not going to happen. Shouts out to everybody who performed, though, once again. Let's see, we're talking about porn. A youngster might assume that all broads just enjoy a stiff penis in their butt. That's where I left off. Shaggy sees the impossible netting coming soon. And he also was, he was talking about impossible hamburgers, impossible beef. And he referred to them as hamburgers that are actually vegetables, which was really funny to me. Jay has never had butt sex, and he wants it very badly. Shaggy's mind goes to immediately picturing a dude behind Jay, and he starts laughing at that. Oh, for fuck's sakes, Michael Lawless, thank you very much with the super chat. $5 super chat from Michael Lawless. Thank you very much. Big love to you, fam. Keep up all the great work, and we'll definitely be in touch. Whoops to you and everyone here. Hashtag Crust Gang. Thank you very much, Michael. It's really appreciated. Hopefully I can unlock my goddamn YouTube money soon, because I need that paperwork from you, Google AdSense or whatever the fuck it's called. But thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. This helps me do fresh shit and provide you guys with fresh content, because I'm definitely trying to give you guys new, interesting, different shit that other Juggalo YouTubers don't do, and give you different takes than other Juggalo YouTubers give you. If you notice, most of my shit isn't the same shit. I don't typically give the exact same opinions of everybody else. I try to focus on giving you my takes on things, and not be repetitive and just giving you the regurgitation of the same bullshit that other YouTubers are just talking about. Don't get me wrong, I love Juggalo YouTube, but I'm just trying to give you my version of this shit, a little bit of a twisted take on it. Hopefully it's coming off dope. We're still trying to work on stuff and do things different over here. Why am I talking about my bullshit again? We need to get back to the notes. Humble Among broadcast system, I guess, really needs to happen, because we're definitely ranting on some what do I want to do with this YouTube type of shit. Let's see. Shaggy tells a story about a girl. We're talking about butt sex here, guys. I gotta get focused. Shaggy tells a story about a girl putting it in her butt after it fell out, and Shaggy never realized it was in her butt until after he finished. Jay said Shaggy has the penis the size of a pretzel stick. I think that's very important to note. That's clearly in my notes for a reason. Jesus Christ, Garrett gave me 17. Thank you, Garrett. Thank you, man. No comment, just goddamn 17 straight up. I think the 17 says it all. Thank you very much for giving me the magic number. Very much appreciated. Fucking A. What are we talking about? We're talking about anal sex and pretzel stick dicks. Lanny said she might be down. Lanny was piping up to be piped down. Whoop whoop from Wakanda. She said she's just low-key kind of afraid of it because it might hurt. Shaggy compares anal sex to sex with a donut. Shaggy said the Nedden is better. Lanny is curious but afraid. She said it hurts. I touched on that. She's never done it, but is afraid of it hurting. Jay talking about girls having sex with him for clout and having this paranoia that girls he is having sex with aren't really into him. This is basically after he got famous. He touches on this in some songs and stuff too, by the way. But he really talked about this. He kind of broke it down. He's got a serious, he called it a phobia, that girls are not into him. And he even, it's so much during sex, he says he's straight up looking at girls sometimes to be like, is she really into me? Is she really into me? So that was a really vulnerable moment I felt from Violent J, talking about that kind of stuff. Whoop, 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 whoop. We got whoop, whoop droppings from everybody up in this bitch. Shouts out to Poop Poop. Oh, that's what I need to talk about, Emily. Goddamn. At the Juggalo Jump Off, there was a whoop, whoop chant that was started. And one very funny Juggalo said poop, poop. Emily liked that. I think Emily might be asleep out there. Nope, she's in the chat. Poop, poop. Okay. Oh, and mad poop emojis. By the way, Emily with the hammer, so don't get spicy. Don't get spicy. Emily will drop the hammer on your ass. Let's see. We're talking about anal sex. Oh, no, we were talking about girls having sex with Violent J for clout and him not believing them. He told a story in regards to this about a girl who was on a tour bus who said she wants to suck his dick, and Jay asked her to fuck. And then, like, right before they go to have sex, the girl looks at Jay and she goes, "Can I get some t-shirts for doing this?" Like, right before he stuck it in, he said. And he's like, "What? Fuck no," and kicked her ass out. Shouts out to Chapa Loco. I see you. Whoop whoop. We got the cactus emojis in the motherfucking chat. Let's see. Don't get spicy, bitches. I'm the only one allowed to be spicy in this bitch. Poop poop every time I walk by the Porta Johns. Poop poop indeed. God damn it. I saw somewhere on Juggalo internet, someone shared a picture. I think it was of I think it was supposed to be a porta potty from the parking lot in 2019. I could be fucking mixing that up with something else, but it was not a pretty picture. Jay was super vulnerable. The doctor pointed that out. Yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Ken Oz. He did do that. But yeah, he was super vulnerable the whole time, the whole stream. And damn, we're gonna get to that here in a second. Let's see. Jay has a phobia of women not really wanting him. I talked about the phobia word. He used the word phobia. I found that was interesting. Talking about paying for sex and how that's not cool. He's not into that. Dr. Drew asked if any of this surprises Lanny. And Jay said nah. She answered not really. They talk about this kind of stuff, but then Jay also mentioned that Lanny is a freak. Jay mentioned another vulnerable moment, like I was about to say. Jay mentioned he has testosterone problems, and the doctor told him he has the testosterone of a 95-year-old man. I don't know if that's an over-exaggeration. He said he was on steroids and that it worked though, and that things are better. And he said Lanny doesn't stop. Lanny will not leave him alone. Lanny apparently is very into poop poop from the cheesesteaks at Juggalo Weekend. Hey, those cheesesteaks kind of hit different though, Chappa. Yeah, I think we met at Juggalo Weekend. Am I correct? I think you said what up to me. Those fucking cheesesteaks were actually fucking fire, and came in clutch as fuck. Shouts out to that shit, man. I needed some food after that first night, really bad. Porta potty cleaners at any gathering are the real MVPs. Yeah, that's a dirty job. Somebody's got to do it. That's why I love the song Behind the Paint, because it's all about that phobia. Facts, Garrett. That's facts. He does talk. That's one of the songs he does talk about that. I was listening to another one the other day, I think from one of the Forgotten Freshnesses. Yeah, I can't remember which one he touches on that sentiment as well, of the fear of girls not being into him. Those porta potty cleaners are poop thieves, always stealing our poop. You know, you're not wrong, Little Taffy. They do come and they collect it. Where does that poop go? What is the reason they are collecting this poop? Those cheesesteaks were amazing, though. They were. Porta potty poop fairies. We're talking about cheesesteaks and poop right now, alternatively. 17's in the chat, Little Taffy. That's correct. We need to get... Oh, 17 in the chat. We dropped one. Now it's 16. I want to be a poop fairy. I mean, we all have goals, Emily. We all have goals. Poop fairy, indeed. Get one more back in here. Someone just logged out as soon as it hit 17 because they knew it would bug me. Okay, we're gonna continue talking about ICP Talking. Let's see. Jay described his soft penis after talking about Lanny not stopping with the sex and chasing him around the house. He described his soft penis as being like a stuffed animal snake. Let's see. Jay is the opposite of a rapist. He can't even relate to that kind of thinking. Let's see. Here's the other term he was using more than the stuffed animal snake. His meat sometimes resembles a sock full of jello. That's the way he kept putting it. And Dr. Drew eventually adopted this terminology as well. Dr. Drew mentions jello dick could be caused by heart disease, and this obviously perked Jay's ears up. Started talking about the whole heart disease thing. Now this is interesting, folks. Jay said he had a procedure for his heart and that he is good. He described himself as being good, but that it could only last 6 years. Now I think this is new information. He does mention the procedure that he had during the seminar this past year. But I don't know if he mentioned the whole it's only going to last 6 years thing. I don't know what the deal is with that, or where that info is. He said, I think he was saying the doctor told him that. Jay's dick holds several women, like Andre the Giant now, he says. Okay, we're going to get to the first caller now. Jello Sock in the chat. Drop 17s in the chat as well. Screw it. And tell me your favorite movie clowns if you're bored. I don't know how you could be bored, though. This shit is fucking... Me talking about ICP Talking? This shit's fucking lit. The first caller, her name was Keisha, I believe. Her ex kicked her out, and she found a new guy, and now old guy wants her back. She keeps going back to old guy. Jay kept calling her different names, Pam, Diane. Everyone agrees that she should move on and not go back to the old dude. If you got a hoard in there and then get your fuck on, this was a sentiment Jay was sharing. Get your fuck on, indeed. They touch on this with the next caller, or one of the next callers here too. Fans telling them that they are old at VIP. They were talking about this. Jay told a story about someone asked Jay if he was okay at VIP. And Jay was just like, yeah, man, I'm okay. And the dude just kept being like, are you sure you're okay? And Jay's like, yeah, man, I'm okay. And it's just like, hey, you just look so old. And Jay said he could have smacked him. But he didn't smack him because every time they smack someone, it's $15,000, it seems. Every time they get sued for hitting someone, it's $15,000. I'm really curious how many actual lawsuits the Insane Clown Posse have. They're always kind of offhandedly talking about them, that they have this lawsuit, that lawsuit, and that they're always settling them for various reasons. Usually the Faygo bottle to the head at a show that some Juff is suing for. 17 all-time favorite movie is original Scream. That changed my life in the 90s. Not bored, but the drunks from Dumbo are my favorite movie clowns. Hey, good pull. I like that you're all self-conscious that I said you were going to be bored. 17, not bored, but I like chatting. Blues Brothers or Smokey the Bandit is my shit. Is rough anal sex considered exercise? I think sex is considered exercise. I think I've said that on here before when asked once about fitness tips. Sex is helly good exercise too, by the way. Highly recommended. Let's see. Oh, where was I with this shit? Somebody asked Jay if he was okay at VIP. Every time they smack someone, it's 15 grand. All right, about that point, Dr. Drew had to leave, which was unfortunate. Drew's wife does bobbleheads was brought up, though, and that there seems to be a lot of interest with getting ICP bobbleheads going. Cut to Manny real quick, or Friar Tuck, or Obi-Wan Kenobi. A lot of comments on Manny's outfit for this stream. Then they went to the commercials. After that, let's see, back and showing the manager of Dungeons of Doom. That was another thing that Jay was comparing Manny's outfit to, the manager of Dungeons of Doom from WCW, saying it's Manny. They actually had it pulled up a picture while they were at break. Story about smoking a little baby joint. I can't remember where that went. I don't have any context other than that. I just noted that story. Do not remember what the story was. Next call, Paul has a problem with his balls. They introduced it. Bob Cox on the satellite. Jay said to Bob, I guess his real name is Bob Cox, he said. I believe he did say his name was Bob Cox. Don't know if that's his shoot name or gimmick name or whatever, but Jay said to Bob he can't say homo no more because Bob came out wild with that. I clipped this out and put it on my YouTube. You can go back and see it. Jay did a little promo about the whole moving on and the youth being youth of today teaching us how to be better men. Talked about using the F word on their old records. He offhandedly, by the way, I should note, mentioned that someone they worked with on most of their famous records was gay. Violent J kind of did out Mikey Clark in an interview when he was initially apologizing for this stuff. So that's something else to note that I'm not going to talk too much about that because I don't know if Mikey Clark wants his business out there like that. But that seems to be the situation here, is that one of the people that was the third member, essentially, of the Insane Clown Posse was a gay man while they were throwing around all these slurs. And they were saying these slurs over his beats. So that's, I think, important to note. I think it is a little fucked up that I think, and Jay didn't say his name this time, so I think Jay realizes he kind of fucked up by unintentionally outing Mikey Clark in that interview. But yeah, Mikey Clark obviously he deserves his privacy, and I don't even know if I should be throwing that out there on this stream, but nonetheless, the interview is still up and you can find it yourself, so it's not like I'm breaking anything or saying some shit out of school. Let's see. Talked about how many gay juggalos that they are meeting nowadays, when they're coming through the VIP, and gay and trans juggalos that they're meeting, and how it sucks, and how they feel really bad about saying that shit in their old songs. Even Shaggy was saying he wanted to apologize and did apologize on this stream. They both apologized again. This isn't the only time they've apologized, but they apologized again. Said they regret that shit legit. Ruby called him out when she was 9 years old about this, I guess listening to their old music. Wants to know if he will find a soulmate at the first gathering. Okay, this is back to Paul with the problem with his balls, aka Bob Cox. Says he, let's see, wants to find his soulmate at the gathering, his first gathering this year. Jay said that there couldn't be a better place to meet cool girls. Said he has gotten laid every year at the gathering. Violent J said that. Dude wants love, though. He kind of pipes up and interrupts. Jay said Lanny and him had sex the first night, but that is purely speculation. Shaggy said him and Manny did too when they met the first night. Jay said that the dude Paul, aka Bob Cox, will definitely meet someone at the gathering. You don't want no Richie stuck-up bitch. Let's see. Shaggy said, marry a Richie bitch for the alimony and then find the girl of your dreams. That was Shaggy's closing advice for this fellow. All right, getting to the third caller. Yeah, Garrett. If you can find that interview, I forget which publication it was with. Mike, Jay kind of unfortunately outed Mike in that interview. Kind of shitty of Jay, honestly, but I mean, he clearly regrets it because he wasn't talking about it again, which I feel, that's why I kind of feel bad even talking about it again here. Sexercise, great exercise, the best sexercise. Sex is definitely exercise. Y'all lose thousands of calories. Yeah, facts. The sexorcism we got brought off. Shouts out to the Sexorcist, Necro. Maybe one of the most unsexy albums ever recorded. C17 in the chat from Chappa. Fucking goddamn right. Whoops. Did I miss anything good? Maybe a couple of good things, Spooky. You might have missed a couple of good things. I dropped a couple little gems so far. We're going to get into some more gemmy diamonds later on, though. This subscriber-only stream was maybe the best subscriber-only stream so far, you guys, because of the knowledge that they dropped on this. I got to speed up, though, a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, see, I don't know if I should have talked about that mic thing. I think I flipped some wigs with that. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with Mike being gay. You know, unfortunately, Mike, I feel weird about it because I don't think Mike is ready to talk about that or come out. But yeah, Violent J unfortunately did out Mike. I don't know if that's the reason why he no-showed those gatherings, because it happened before. Do you mean like some sort of resentments, actually, Ken? Like some sort of resentments from those words being used? I think Mikey Clark clearly has resentments towards the Insane Clown Posse, in so much as how much he got paid for the work that he did. If you listen to the interview, I forget where that interview was. Mikey Clark did a podcast interview with somebody not too long ago. Fuck, I'm sorry I forget your name, homeboy, whoever did that interview. But he talks pretty openly about the resentments he has when he started seeing the money that Jay and Shaggy were getting, and he's low-key kind of struggling still. So I think that is the real cause of maybe some of the static with Mikey Clark. Oh, he got his Blue Moon Mist. Hey, congratulations, Quagsire, for getting that shit. Hell yeah, man, that's dope. Congratulations, man, that's fresh. So you will have it for JCW. Indeed. All right, we're gonna get into the third caller now. I gotta speed this up. I do have therapy here in about a half hour. Let's see. Ali Z, I think was this lady's name. Al Z. No, I think she wanted to be called Al Z. She said she was on the last episode, and on that she was asking about meeting new people after a 16-year relationship. This is an update. She hooked up with 2 dudes at Juggalo Weekend. Jay asked how many corn dogs came to the cotton patch. 2. Said it was a very special experience, separately by the way. Said it was a very special experience and she learned a lot about herself. Jay said, fuck society's rules and opinions on that shit. Let your pussy get whomped on. That's a quote. Shaggy mentioned Dr. Ruth was an Israeli sniper. True, by the way. Talked about how the dude said it was one of the most the first guy she hooked up with said it was one of the most important experiences of his life. And Shaggy said that she helped the guys out as well. She got help from this experience because she described it as a magical experience. Let's see. She said you have to have discernment with this stuff, and Shaggy asked, "What does that mean?" Jay talking about Juggalos getting together and Juggalo euphoria, basically when euphoria, he said. That magic when we're all together. He was talking a little bit about that. Jay speculated that her mom was gangbanged by 9 dudes at Woodstock. And that was about it for that one. The fourth caller, real interesting fellow. If you've seen my Gathering documentary, you might remember a fellow who has cigar boxes with a very strange accent that I spend some time with. I didn't get you the timestamp before this, but it's right the first day after the parking lot party when I'm walking down the hill, and it's right after I talked to Big Josh from the Tales of the Lotus podcast. I talked to a fellow, I didn't get his name at the time, but apparently his name is Scott McKinney, because this motherfucker is, I'm 99% sure, the same dude from my documentary. Said he is in Dallas, Texas, and I think he just moved to Dallas because he told me he was from like Oklahoma or Arkansas or some shit in the documentary. But it's definitely the same dude. It has to be, because this guy talks in a very particular way. If you see the stream or my documentary, you'll know what I'm talking about. Shaggy said, what did he say? He said, so he introduced himself, Scott McKinney from Dallas, Texas. Shaggy said, what did he say? Call me Kenny from Double Cross Ranch in Amarillo, Texas. Shouts out to Shaggy for that real quick improv. I thought that was hilarious. I have in my notes, I think I interviewed this dude at the Gathering, cigar box guy, American Taliban. Check my documentary. I don't want to say too much about that, but that's what he describes his family as being, the American Taliban. Go check that out. I hope I'm not throwing that dude under the bus for some shit. I'm very paranoid about throwing people under the bus. You notice that? Asking advice on stepping to girls was Scott McKinney. Said he gets shy when he sees a girl he likes and can't talk to them. Can't look them in the eye, I think was basically how he was putting it. Shaggy says you eat a snack you don't want to eat to train to talk to girls. You keep eating things you don't want to eat. And then that way, it's easier to step to a girl when it's time to step to them. This was Shaggy 2-Dope's immediate advice on this topic. Jay said, if you're fucking a girl and don't want to not picture your homie jacking off, this was Jay's advice out of nowhere. Pull your big boy panties up and step to these chicks was mentioned. Jay said he is naked from the waist down and has 2 penises and that he is manipulating right now. Talking about Scott. Scott, by the way, was enjoying all of this. Scott was having a great time. Lots of speculation about his bizarre sexual activities that Scott is into. I have these listed here and I'm going to burn through them real quick, including expanding butt plugs, sitting on a skateboard, sitting on a bike with no seat, an exercise bike with no seat, sitting on a floor Indian style stuck to the floor like a suction cup, gaping, fluffy butt cheeks, ass full of rotten. They just said it was he has an ass full of rotten. That's all they said. But all the same color as the rest of his skin. His dick too. His asshole squeaks. Jay said that we are all nerds. At the end of the day, we are all nerds who are worried about being cool, and that we are all fronting like we're normal and cool. And I agree with that so much. I've talked about this before, that we're all just fucking awkwardly flailing through life and trying to be cool or whatever, or accepted. But at the end of the day, we're all fucking deathly afraid of being Emily, get rid of that Alejandro. I think that's one of those robot bitches. She doing it. Yeah, get rid of that shit. We gotta weed. That's one of the ones we gotta weed out. While I'm looking at the chat, let me catch up. I think Mikey Clark didn't know he was gay back in the day. Wow. Yeah, very, very well could be true, Spooky. And it's a self-realization he probably had by Jekyll Bros era. Just my assumption. And you know what? That would be some shit, because they had already, Cat was out of the bag at that point as far as some of the shit they had said. You know what I mean? So how do you bring that up? Boy, that's an interesting that's interesting, Spooky. I never thought of that wrinkle. Like, when did Mike come out to them? You know what I mean? Because he almost certainly was in the closet with them up until a certain point. That's an interesting wrinkle to speculate on. That chick was talking like she fucked one of those dudes at the venue. Which chick? I remember the cigar guy. I'm into all that too. Okay. I gotta try to stay up on the chat, but I have to finish this because I have fucking therapy, you guys. I gotta get on the talk to my therapist about my problems, okay? Let's see. So they were getting off with that dude, and they said they just saved that dude's life, and that they basically gave themselves big pats on the back. Jay talked about not wanting to date strippers or OnlyFans models back in the day, and how he moved past that jealousy, and now he really doesn't care, and how now he admires a stripper's confidence. He admires the confidence of someone who goes on OnlyFans. He admires the hustle of someone who goes on OnlyFans. Jay talking about Shaggy's legs being super soft, and how Shaggy bathes in Ecuadorian porpoise saliva to get them this soft. And also ostrich egg yolk was mentioned as part of this recipe. Jay said he used to cop a feel on Shaggy's legs when they would wrestle in the backyard back in the day for NAW by putting leg holds on him. Winnebago suntan machine was in Shaggy's house. This was mentioned offhandedly. I thought that was silly. All right, fifth caller. I believe we're at the fifth one. 16-year-old. And they start talking about his anus right out the gate. So, to a 16-year-old. Jay can make his anus lip sync new edition. Can't stand the rain. Jay missed, he was 16 and immediately started talking about talking about how wild it was, talking about his butthole. His question is not sexual, the 16-year-old says. He basically broke up, teenage love gone wrong situation, going through a breakup with a juggalette. Wants to know how he can forget her, how he can move on, basically. Shaggy told him to go holler at a new chick. Jay said to stop thinking about her. He's got a Hatchet Man tattoo that his mom is not a fan of. This dude's name was Rob, it was said at this point. And then his mom comes on camera. She mentions offhandedly that she used to listen to them, even though the kid earlier said she's not a fan. I found that kind of weird and interesting. Said she listened to him before he was born. She said she's 40 years old, and Jay said she used to be a freak back in the day, and then lots of wild speculations on her antics as a freak back in the day in high school. He ended up singing some New Edition for her. The kid's name is Rob, but apparently he's named after Bobby Brown, which is a weird coincidence with all the New Edition talk that was coming up on this stream. I felt that was important to know. Kid mentioned reading Behind the Paint and how it helped him through some hard times and the butterfly story. But then he offhandedly mentioned Jay losing his mom, and I'm like, what? That didn't happen. Cut to Manny for the bits promo shit. Jay said he will ask Lanny to give out handies to anyone who donates bits. And that was the end of the stream, the regular portion of the stream. Now I'm going to get to the subscriber only stuff where it gets really juicy. Jay had some stuff on his mind about a poster that was in his basement. Now, apparently this poster is the first piece of ICP physical anything as far as like promo or merchandise goes, is how they put it. Now, it's from Basement Tapes is what they apparently it's promoting Basement Cuts when it was called Basement Tapes. And apparently they made 19 copies, right, you guys? All right, let me get into my notes to make sure I'm not missing anything. So Shaggy airbrushed this poster, I should mention. And that in the poster there are 4 members in silhouette. And they gave mad props to the other 2 members of ICP, the 2 Johns of ICP that are sometimes talked about. Mostly John Usler is talked about because he's on Carnival of Carnage. Shaggy Two Dope's brother, rest in peace, John Usler, aka John Kick Jazz. But also John Rode, aka KV03, aka Kid Villain, who was in the Inner City Posse, aka ICP Insane Clown Posse. Still basically Inner City Posse days at this point. But they were promoting this. I guess this poster is promoting it as Basement Tape, and before Basement Cuts. And they talked a little bit about how weird it is that there's 2 Joes and 2 Johns in the original incarnation of ICP. The 2 Johns are passed away, both of them. So R.I.P. John Rode, by the way, as well. They said they were both passed away due to addictions. So that's very unfortunate. R.I.P. to both John Rode and John Usler. Kid Villain and John Kick Jazz, respectively. Hey, Tom Grimble, I see you in here. I speculate Mikey Clark came out during Death Pop. Interesting, Spooky. That's interesting. I wonder, man. I really wonder when that did happen, because it must have. Yeah, boy, I wonder. That's something I think we're gonna have to. I wonder if they're not comfortable talking about that stuff, man. I wonder if ICP is not comfortable talking about that. Obviously, he doesn't want to throw Mike under the bus anymore at this point from the way he was wording it on the stream. Let's see. All right, we're going to talk about making the tapes now. So 19 copies were made of Basement Tape that were dubbed on Maxell cassettes and basically other albums of other artists on the karaoke machine. They would erase if it was another artist tape, they would erase the name and they would put toilet paper in the little gimmick to trip it up, to trip the gimmick to get it to record over this actual. They said if their album finished, you would hear New Edition. That once again they mentioned New Edition. They made 19 copies that they gave to Alex Abyss to sell in Hot Hits. And this poster, by the way, was hung in Hot Hits to promote Basement Tape. They took 2 copies and they put 17 in the store. Each, Shaggy and Jay, took a copy apparently. So that's the original 17 story. Now here's the thing though. I've always, and I think it's even in Behind the Paint, I've always heard the story of that's the amount of copies that they sold first day of Carnival of Carnage. So is that story true? Has this been a story that's been mixed up with this story this whole time? And this is the real origin of 17, this story? Or are they 2 separate stories? Either way, this might be, I think this is the real origin of 17, because it comes before the Carnival of Carnage story. Just felt this is really important to note as an ICP fan. I think this is the first time this has been mentioned. Jay said he wanted to talk about this poster because it's in his basement currently, this poster. And he was sitting down in his basement, he said, staring at it for long enough to make it creepy, basically was how he put it. Just long enough to make it creepy was how long he stared at it. And he was clearly thinking about this shit. They said they almost sold this thing a few times at the Juggalo auction, you guys. But they're really glad that they didn't, because it seems that this might be the first ICP piece of merch or promo ever, this poster. This is before the Hatchet Man. This is when they are 16 and 14 years old, they say. Shaggy talked about drawing it, about using whatever they had to draw on, talked about sharpening pencils with steak knives to draw this thing, to draw the outline for this thing. They talked about how they used to go into dumpsters to look for paper for posters and for art supplies, and how this was drawn on they said they think it was blueprint paper it was drawn on. Jay warning against breaking into his house to steal this incredible ICP artifact, and that you will excuse me, you will catch a slug in your goddamn forehead if you come into Jay's house to try to steal this. Basically, it seems Jay is very thirsty to put a slug in somebody's forehead who tries to enter his house. So I would not recommend going into Violent Jay's house to steal this artifact. Do not be the Indiana Jones of the Juggalo world and get a goddamn slug in your dome piece. Let's see. Talking about it being the first merch, and all the merch that they have put out, all the promotion they have put out. It's either they talked about all of the different merch that they put out, and Jay mentioned a specific brand of merch. There's a whole brand of Shaggy dildos, by the way, and Shaggy, without missing a fucking beat, says check them out. That was fucking dope, Shaggy. Major props to Shaggy for rolling with the shit. Jay mentioned Circus Magazine when talking about promo, all the promo that they've done. I thought that was dope as fuck. He mentioned Circus Magazine because that's one of my favorite magazines from back in the day. I believe that's where I first saw the Twisted Most Tasteless ad. Definitely had tons of fucking Circus Magazine pinups on my wall of like Corn and Biscuit and all that shit. Only thing, let's see. They said the only thing that might be predating this poster are the 19 dubbed cassettes themselves, which they don't think exist anymore. They've said they haven't seen a real one in a long time, and that the ones they have seen are clearly fakes. They said the next time that someone shows them one, that they're going to like actually look at the paper. They want to actually open it up and look at the paper because they can tell if they look at the paper, they say. Talking about how... talking about how after they're gone, stuff will continue to come out. They will continue to promo after they are gone, after they are dead. Shaggy said, he certainly will be releasing 20 posthumous, I can't say that word right, posthumous albums. Did I say that right? After he is gone. Talked about having a lot of young fans these days, and how Jay is meeting a lot of 16, 17-year-old fans at meet and greets. And so Jay knows that this shit will continue going. That's what I'm always saying. I see a lot of young fans coming into this world all the time. Ouija is a big part of that. Ouija's bringing a lot of people into this world, you guys. This stuff is going nowhere. The wicked shit will never die. The wicked clowns will never die. Even if they die, they will live on forever. Will live forever. Talking about the young fans, let's see, said they were almost put up for auction. This poster was almost put up for auction a couple of times at the Gathering auction, but they just never did it. And how it will go in history is super important. And Jay says offhandedly, I think maybe as a joke, but I agree. He says, everybody knows we're going to be iconic. I agree. I say it all the time. ICP is going to be very iconic. Just wait. It's already happening. ICP has already gets way more respect than they used to, guys. This shit's going to age surprisingly well. Mark my words. We will be in the they will be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They said that this poster will be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That might take a while, but mark my words. ICP will be remembered very highly in this world. Most prized item in ICP history. This was described as. This is quite the poster. They did not show the poster, by the way. Circus covered my walls, Ken Oz said. Shit, yeah. The Wicked Clowns will never die, and the mainstream gonna go Juggalo soon. Hey, it's already happened, Spooky. I want to talk about this on the Humble Among broadcast system a little bit, but Playboy Cardi painted up for Kanye West's Donda 2 listening party. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but that's a great example of yet another pretty mainstream popular rapper painting up. Straight up, this looked like clown makeup. Straight up Juggalo shit, black and white clown makeup. Several other mainstream rappers have painted up. Denzel Curry painted up in a music video a couple years back. And who else was it? NBA Youngboy painted up not too long ago, but his shit was on some more goth boy shit. But yeah, I completely agree, Spooky. This shit's about to go mainstream as fuck. And there's going to be a lot of juffing going on. That's for certain. I really do think that, though. That ain't no joke. And you know what? I think it's going to be a good thing. In the long run. I think it's going to make this shit really live forever. Really, really live forever. Let's make this world let's paint this world black and white. Let's paint this world, let's clown paint this bitch. Anyway. Going off on my propaganda here. Let's see. Jay says that he doesn't think any of the original Basement tapes exists. He says nobody was saving that shit back then. Nobody was thinking that this was going to be some sort of like, oh, this is like going to be the first legendary thing from this group. No, this shit, we better hold on to this. Talked about how Basement tapes straight up sucked. I don't think it sucks, but it's rough. It's rough as fuck. They said it has its own unintentional bass line from the hum. I thought that was really funny. Fresh ass extra. Don't try to steal it. Jay really wants to shoot someone in the forehead. He keeps reminding you, don't steal it. He really wants to put a slug in your noggin. Okay, that was about it. The next stream is tonight, allegedly. I think they're really doing it because it's a JCW show that they're doing at the Crowfoot, and it's free. So if you're in the Detroit area, you can go see JCW live for free. I highly recommend going to see that. JCW is dope as fuck. If you're a wrestling fan, if you're a Juggalo fan, ICP fan, whatever, go out and see that shit. It's funny as fuck. It's awesome. I'm certainly going to be watching tonight after we get all this shit done. 14 minutes still therapy. Holy shit. Let's see. I don't know what the Thursday stream, they didn't mention that. They didn't mention what the Thursday stream is. I don't know if they've posted anything about that yet. Post Malone wears ICP shirts on stage. This is big facts. This is big facts. Posty was given some of these shirts, though. I don't know how down he is. No soul left behind. All noobs are welcome to cheer. Fuck yeah, Spooky. I agree so much, man. Play That Hoe is my favorite off Basement Cuts. That one doesn't jump. I gotta listen to Basement Cuts more, honestly. I don't listen to it that often because of the quality. Time to punch out of work and try to get into JCW show tonight. Fuck yeah. I hope you get in there, Jason. I think you have a good chance. I don't know how big the Crowfoot is, but you're still pretty early, man, so I think you have a good chance of getting in that bitch. I don't know if they cut motherfuckers off. Honestly, some of those JCW shows don't look that attended, but tonight's free, so who knows? Might be mad motherfucking jugs in that bitch. They have sold tickets in the past for these JCW events, so this isn't an all-the-time thing where they do have these JCW shows for free. The other Patreon streams were sold. The tickets were sold on Psychopathic Bolt. Okay, let's talk about the extras here. So tonight, if you subscribe to the ICP Twitch, and by the way, you can subscribe to their Twitch if you have Amazon Prime. You can link your Prime account to your Twitch account, and then once you have that linked, you can go and you can hit the subscribe thing and subscribe for free with your Amazon Prime account. You can do one Twitch subscription per month with your Amazon Prime account. So if you want to give ICP that free subscription, I believe they still get the money. So even if you don't even watch these streams, if you got Amazon Prime and you want to help ICP out, go do that shit. It helps them out tremendously. Let's see, what was I talking about? Oh, so if you do subscribe, if you miss these shows, you can watch the replays. That's an important thing. You can't watch replays if you're not a subscriber. That's one of the reasons I do these, is to help the people who miss it kind of catch any weird fun facts, and to help people who might not have caught some of the weird shit my nerdy brain is catching. Let's see. Oh, the extras. So Violent J said tonight on the JCW stream, there's going to be 2 special extras. He's going to show the poster that I've been talking about. He's going to show that basement tape poster, because they didn't show it on the stream. They were talking about it. I'm like, why aren't they showing it? They're going to show it as the extra for the stream tonight. Also, you will get 1/3 of the Old School Heat show. They're going to cut that shit up into thirds. So you're going to get 1/3 of the Old School Heat show from Juggalo Weekend, night 2. But 1/3 of it, after Jay shows off the poster, apparently. They said tentatively Monday. So don't be surprised if they don't actually show either of these things and do something completely different. Or JCW might be fucking canceled right now, for all I fucking know. Whoop whoop, Charlie Brown in the house. Let's see. That's it. They didn't say what Thursday was. I thought JCW was Thursday. I must have misread that. JCW is tonight, they said, at the Crowfoot. All right, I think that's it. We are at just over an hour, so I'm happy with that. Thank you for reviewing the subscription portion of the shows. Much, much appreciated, Ninja. Thank you for watching. I'm going to do a Humble Among Broadcast System stream this week. I'm still need to edit the Juggalo Weekend vlog. Humble Among shit on all streaming services. You can listen to my music. I have a lot of dope albums. If you're booking shows, book me for a fucking show. I want to perform more rap shows. Anywhere. If you're booking shows in America, I'm trying to go to your show. Hit me up. I'm for real. I'm down to travel. I need to get this motherfucking brand out there more. Thank you for existing as well, Whoopcon, and thank you for always saying that to me and making me feel good. Let's see. Anything else I need to promo? My motherfucking t-shirts. I'm gonna get those pink t-shirts out. I've been fucking swamped. I haven't had a chance to hit up Keegan to order these shirts. Those fucking shirts are coming. If you want to get in a last minute one for these pink boys, hit me up. $30 straight up. All right, I think that's it. We got a lot of shit to do. I got to get on my therapy here in about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to help Emily with some stuff. And, yeah. Then JCW, and I'm going to make motherfucking burritos tonight. God damn. All right, you guys. Fun stream. I love you. I will be wrapping up the JCW stream. I might be wrapping up the JCW stream as the back end of the Humble Among broadcast system that I plan on doing. I might do it as a separate stream. We'll see how it pans out, how many notes I take for JCW. I don't have a lot of notes typically for JCW because not a lot of gems are dropped. So I'm just talking about anything I find interesting in the wrestling match. So I might put that as the back end portion of a Humble Among broadcast system later this week. All right. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been wild. It's been weird. It's been wet. All right, I'm done, you guys. I love you. Whoop, whoop. Have a great evening. I will try to get you another stream later this week. And hopefully some cool other content. I want to do some reviews. I'm going to talk to you guys about the Slim Shady LP. I think that's going to be the first one I do. I have an interesting angle on the Slim Shady LP. Shouts out to the voice in my head, Willoughby Baggs. He's been talking to me a lot about Eminem sneak dissing the clowns. And I've been hearing it. And mostly he's been talking about newer stuff, but it had me go all the way back to Slim Shady LP and revisit that shit on some Juggalo shit. I have some things I want to say about the Slim Shady LP that have been in my head for a really long time, but then some new things popped into my head in regards to this album. I'm not going to say what I'm going to title the video because I don't want anyone to steal it. But I have some things I want to say about the Slim Shady LP. So I think I'm going to give you guys that video this week. And maybe some other shit. Hopefully the fucking Juggalo weekend vlog. That's going to be a goal of mine to get that edited. But I'm swamped. So we'll see. I love you guys. Whoop whoop. Have a great evening. Goodbye and broadcast.